Good evening from CSBN. I'm Ben Dover along with Nathaniel Andrews, and this is the weekly news. Angela Merkel reportedly had to explain the fundamentals of EU trade to President Trump 11 times. President Trump wanted to negotiate a trade deal with Germany and was told multiple times that he had to do so with the EU. On the 11th refusal, Trump finally got the message and talked about trade with Europe. Paul Ryan has promised to keep government open and makes no promises on health care. House leaders told GOP lawmakers Saturday that they plan to devote energy to keep government open. This is speculated to be a workaround to avoid imminent commitment to take up health care despite pledges by the White House and conservatives to do so.
This Tuesday in Mexico, a man attempted to rob a train. Authorities apprehended the man and were quoted saying he had a locomotive. A new study from Harvard University shows dolphins are not as intelligent on land.
A clogged drain caused the Orioles' dugout to overflow with chewing tobacco spit in their matchup with the Red Sox this week. Due to the flooding, they were unable to reach their gear, forfeiting their spot in the playoffs. Cosmetic company Johnson & Johnson announced their new Nothing But Tears shampoo aimed at toughening up newborns.
Following an outpouring of criticism from across the country, the Washington Redskins announced Wednesday that they are officially changing the team's name to the DC Redskins. A fun new toy from Hasbro has been banned thanks to 3 stupid dead kids. Here to report is Dr. Smith, who was on scene at St. Mary's Hospital where both little Susie Dent and 8-year-old Ryan died.
Thanks for having me. This tragedy is inconceivable. The children have played with the gator gun for years, and these idiots ruined it for everyone. Now they have to recall an otherwise awesome toy.
You were at both Susie and Ryan's bedside, correct?
Yes,
Has it affected morale around the hospital, seeing kids this young perish?
I've seen some pretty stupid stuff in my time here, but this takes the taco. Why would anyone believe firing a plastic missile up your nose could somehow exit through your belly button? There's no reason to feel bad about these kids' deaths because the deck was stacked from the start. What we should feel bad about is the gator gun being removed from shelves. No one will be able to fire the awesome Devastator missiles or soak up their friends with the fierce fire water blasters. And that Susie kid thinking plastic shards were candy. That's what you'd assume from breaking a plastic toy. It's unbelievable. I heard about the third kid who held it above his head thinking he could fly from a 4-story balcony and wanted to cut him some slack. But no way. That at 11 years old, you believe you can fly? Stupid kids.
A new study from the Birmingham Zoo shows that multiple stab wounds may be harmful to monkeys. NASA scientists approached Congress this week asking for $50 billion for some science thing.
Silver String Makers introduced a new product this week called Somber String. The product is intended for uses at funerals, interventions, and trials. A child who attempted to halt burglars with an elaborate series of traps instead of calling the police is set to have a hero's funeral Tuesday.
At a conference this week, Nike pledged to make all new shoes using cage-free slaves. Bill Gates was seen tailgating with underage Florida Gators in Gators Gates Gate.
An archaeological dig this week discovered an ancient race of skeleton people. A local mother is still in search for a school that will focus 100% on her child. The U.S. Surgeon General Vivek Murthy has been removed and replaced temporarily by his deputy, Rear Admiral Sylvia Adams. While no official reason has been cited as of yet, many speculate the cause of Murthy's removal to be his stance that gun violence is a public health issue. Murthy stands by his statements on the matter. President Trump has planned to skip the White House Correspondents' Dinner for a rally in Pennsylvania. The last president to skip the White House Correspondents' Dinner was Ronald Reagan in 1981 as he was recovering from his assassination attempt. Trump tweeted his regrets, saying, "Please wish everyone a well evening and have a great time."
A study finds Americans more religious due to the proximity of them near the gates of hell. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the Supreme Court in Supreme Court versus Supreme Court that the Supreme Court rules.
The new survey shows Mexicans are sweeping the nation. God answered the prayers of a little paralyzed boy Thursday with a no. The Pope has vowed to get church pedophilia levels down to an acceptable amount. He's been quoted condemning the behavior and has even said that the priest and clergy members should know their holy vows. they know they are only allowed one small child every 2 months. That's it from us here at CSBN. We'll leave you with Sting and cut off his new album.
Take it away.